This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, okay, team. So yesterday we discussed about what is CICS, what we can do with the CICS, right? We can develop the business-based applications. So today we are starting with the straight away hands-on part, and before we getting into the practical part, so we should know bit of the terminology and everything. So first I'll explain them. Okay, so we have something called a field, okay, a map set. Okay, there is something called a map, there is something called field. Okay, total three types of components are there while you are developing the screen. Okay, so I'm calling as a screen or page, okay, or map. So I can call, right? So let me take a paint first. I'll take a three colors over here. The black one is indicates the map set. Okay, the black one indicates the map set. Okay, team. So the next one, so in the map set, basically map set is nothing but collection of maps. Okay, what is the map set? Collection of maps. Collection of maps. Like a how in the job card we have a job collection of the steps. Similarly, collection of maps. So first step one, we need to define the map set. You need to define the map set while writing the code for map creation. Okay, a map set can have multiple maps. So I can use this is a one map. Then I can use the other one, another map. Okay, so I can use the other one, right? So basically is going to have map set map set is going to have 24 rows, 80 columns. That is a screen size. Okay, any monitor screen size you take, 24 rows, 80 columns, or it might vary. Okay, it is not needed. That depends on the screen size. Okay, so CSS is to support multiple rows. One of them is 24 rows. 24 rows, 80 columns. Sorry, not a screen. Sorry, my bad. Columns. 80 columns. How many rows are there? 24 rows are there. 80 columns are there. Next, so in these 24 rows, I can use this one. I can use this particular one to define the map. This is I can call as a map one. So I can use first 12 rows or first 8 rows. Okay, I can use first 8 rows to define this map, and I can define another map with a 12 rows. So total I am using 20 rows for first map, 8 rows, second map, 12 rows. So like this you can have multiple maps. Okay, so but how many maps you can create, that is how much you can able to accommodate in 24 rows, 80 columns. Those many maps you can create it. So map set is collection of maps. A map, okay, in this map we have a multiple fields are there. So multiple fields will be there. This is the one map, this is the sorry, one field, second field, like that we can have multiple fields within the map. Are you clear? Right.
Yes, sir.
So once you define the map set, then you start defining the map. Okay. So map is nothing but collection of fields. So fields collection of fields. Fields are part of map. Okay. So we define the map size here. The map size over here, number of rows you want to use for that map. And to define this map, we use assembler macro. There is a macro called dfh mdi. So what is the macro we use to define the map? Dfh mdi. So define the map set, dfh mdf. So we use dfh mdf to define the map set. Map we use to define the mdi. So the next one, field. So if you take any website, okay, if you take any website, registration website, login website, in the login website, what will be there? User ID and where you can enter password, and you can enter the password field. And forget password, create a new account and click on login button. So there are multiple fields will be there on the web page, web screen. So here also we can define the field. Okay, example for field on the screen, login, user ID, password, okay, login button and so on. Okay, login button and so on. To define the field, okay, we use dfh mdf macro. So which macro we use? Dfh mdf. So what is the structure of the map creation, map code? First to define the map set, then define the map, then within the map, how many fields you want to accommodate, how many fields you want to include the map, you can do all of them. Okay, this is the structure of the map set creation. Any query, Super?
So the macro of map set and field both are same.
Um, sorry. No, it will be different. MSD. It is not the same. DFH MSD is a map set. Map is a MDI, and MDF is a map of MDF field.
So we have a separate like definition for uh, field. Like here we are defining
Correct.
DH.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, what is map size?
Map size, like I told you, right? So in the 24 SAT columns, I want use I want to use only these 8 rows. First row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, like this. If you want to use, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need to define, I want to define the map, but I want to use only these 8 rows. That is the
So
meaning
it
of it.
depends on the fields, right, Venkat?
Sorry?
It depends on the fields, right? Suppose when we are defining the map,
Yeah.
so it is not.
That automatically comes. Okay, basically that is automatically. So we'll decide the map size depends on the fields. Okay, we define how many rows you want, and all that depends on the number of fields you want, right? So it's all about the requirement. Okay, I'm not telling that's why it's a 12 rows, 8 rows. It's a standard. I'm just example. I'm giving 8. So why I gave only 12 here? You can give 20, right? Because 20, you can give 16 also, right? I can give 15 also. Second map I can keep 15. It's all about what you want to accommodate in this map. Accordingly, you decide the rows, the size. How many fields you want to define in this? You can define how many fields you want to do. Accordingly, you can define the map.
And like, and we do we have any like map set size also? Like we have, like here we are defining map size. So are we defining also map set size?
No, size. No, we don't define the size while you're defining the
It's
map set. Yeah.
okay.
So the other point, team, map set can have one map or more than. It doesn't mean always more than one map. It doesn't mean that you need always two maps. No, it is not the case. You can have only one map. Okay. So a map set can have one map or more than one map. It's up to business. As per the business requirement, you define it. Okay. Right. So now you got to know what is a map set, map, and field. There are three macros we call assembler macros. So this is a very structured code, same as COBOL or JCL. Like when you're writing a JCL, we have an identifier field, name field, operation field, operand, comment. So these are all the five fields there in the JCL while you're writing a JCL statement. So first you need to define the map set, as I told you. First define the map set, define the map, and define the field. Okay, first we have to define the map set, then define the map, then after that field. So a map can have multiple fields. Once you define the first map along with the fields, then you have to start with the second map, that is a structure. Okay, next. So first, while you are defining the map set or map or field, first you should write map set name and macro, then operands or parameters. Okay, we call as operands only. For easy understanding purpose, I am saying a parameters. So our map name and macro, which macro used to define the map name, map dfh mdi, so that macro we write, then operand or operands, then field. To define the field, which macro you write that macro, and operands we write another field, then macro. To define the field which macro you use that and write operands. This is the syntax to write, to define either map or map set or field. Okay, so I want to highlight again, in a single screen definition you don't get everything clarity. Okay, we are going to create total 4 screens in our training. Maybe not today everything. So next, for our 4 sessions, going to have every day or every, in next 3 days, including today and next 2 days. After, I mean, if you exclude today, 2 more days. So okay, in altogether we are going to discuss 3 to 4 screens. Okay, you don't, and everyone will not able to understand everything in a single program. That is how it CSS looks like. So you need to wait for few things for the second one and third one. By third one, while I'm creating the third map, you should get the clarity for everything. Okay, yeah, because something, everything is new for you. The terminology, the process steps will be lengthy here. So hence you may not able to understand in a single shell. I'll try to explain, but still here and there, some people feel difficult. For them, I am telling, don't worry. Most of them may not understand in a single shot, particularly CICS. Okay, hence you need to, you know wait till for the second map. Yeah, right. So let's start. Take a one map screen. This is the map or screen web page I'm going to design. So I'll create a login page so that I can integrate with the COBOL eventually later. Login page, user ID, then password. It is length I'll take as a 1234 1234 1234 1234, and I will give a message. If you enter invalid credentials, it should display message somewhere. So this is the one screen we are going to design through code. Through code we are going to design. As I told you in yesterday's session, and if you did not attend, the answer here team, we can write the code from the scratch, or we can use the screen development tools. One of them is SDF, Screen Design Facility. So we don't have any tools on our server. We will write the code from the scratch. Though you use tools indirectly, where you need to touch, you need to modify slightly the code. Okay, hence you should have a knowledge, because the screen may not give 100% as you expected. Tool tool may not give you as you expected. So when you don't get as expected, so you have to do slightly changes. Without knowing the code, you cannot change you cannot do the changes, right? Okay, so I hope you are clear. Now, okay, so here you need to understand about the fields, then after we will write the code. There are three types of fields while you are defining the map. So auto skip field. Okay, auto skip field. I can call this as a skipper field or technique, skipper technique. Okay, I can call as a skipper technique also. Forget about skipper technique at this moment. Let's talk about auto skip at this moment. Now, when you open facebook.com, where your cursor will be placed by default, guys? Give me the answer.
The username.
User ID. So, can I make it by default password?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can customize placing the cursor, right? Okay, so now do I need to, okay, that is called cursor technique, that I'll talk about it. Now my question here, do we need to place the cursor here? Give me the answer. Do I need to place
Not,
the cursor? No.
no.
Not.
Okay, user is going to enter anything. User is going to enter anything in the highlighted area?
No.
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 No. And are you sending anything from the program to screen?
Yes.
No.
No. In this particular line, no.
So those fields we can declare as a auto skip field. Okay, if we can declare the field. Okay, if we can declare the field as a auto skip, if if the field is if the field is if the field is it's just a label. Okay, if you want to define as a label, so where end user will not enter, okay, or program will not send to the screen. So those fields just declaration to understand end user on which page, or login page, or register page, or payment page, address profile page. To understand that, we will declare the headers. So this is the one field. Basically, this is the one field from the auto skip. Then, so there here there is a second row. There is another row. We can split into two type fields here, because this is a header. Okay, this is a header or label, because and okay, and we no need to give the name for them. Okay, no need to give any name to auto skip fields. You will understand practically this one eventually later. Okay, in a while also. Now, this is also I can declare as an auto skip field. The reason for that, it is just only for user. Boss, go here and enter the user ID. Okay, because what I should enter in the hyphens, I should enter the password or OTP or what? I don't know, right? So I should give a some label. This is again auto skip field. Now, so we need to give the name to this field. Either if you are entering the data in that field, or use if your system is sending, server is sending to the screen. So both are not happening here because user cannot enter anything, and I mean you cannot, user cannot enter means we don't want to allow user to enter there. Okay, that's why we are declaring as auto skip, and we don't want to send anything from the screen to program. Then we can go with the user ID. After this, there are some icons are there. So user should enter that data. Okay, what user should able to enter the data. So that field can be called as unprotected. So unprotected means the field which is editable. The field is the field which is editable. The field which is editable, those fields can be declared as unprotect. So if you declare a field as an unprotect, you can modify the data when you can enter the data. So whatever the data you enter, I need to store somewhere. Hence, I need to declare in a variable. I need to declare variable so that in that variable is going to store, in that variable is going to store what you modify. That is all about unprotect. So if the field is unprotect, it's not about only you entering the data. Even we can send from the screen to the program. So both you can do it. Are you clear?
Yes, Shankar.
Next. Okay. So we have something called protect. Okay. Let me talk about that also. Now, okay, this is the one. Okay, we need to declare unprotect. And about password, again, password is auto skip field. Okay, because user, we don't want to allow user to enter anything in the there, and we don't send any text to that field from the screen to program. Sorry, from server to server to screen. So that's why I can declare as a auto skip. Can I declare as a protect? You declare it. It's, nobody will stop you. It's all about your requirement, right? So the next one here also, user should enter the password. Then only we can able to do validation against entered data. So hence this should be unprotected. And message colon, again it is auto skip field. And if user enters invalid username or password, both of them wrong, then we should throw an error message that time only. So this can be declared as a protect. So we don't want to allow user to enter, but if user do some mistake on the screen, we need to send some message to the end user. So we can send to this field, and that field can be declared as a protected. Are you clear?
So this protected is kind of a conditional variable, like it.
I don't say like that. Okay, it's basically you cannot enter, but program can send it to screen through that particular protected field. User cannot enter.
So basically, Venkat, we can only send the messages which are defined in the COBOL program itself to this field, right? Whatever like
Sorry.
defined. I mean, it will have program defined values only, right? In this field, whatever we will send as per conditions, the messages, right? I mean, like if something goes wrong, then send this message. And it will be part of COBOL, right? The constant messages, right?
Yeah, the validations and what should
Hmm.
be displayed, what should throw, that all should be handled in the program only. Here there is only skeleton.
So,
Yeah.
so like for the protected field, we are getting the data from the program, or like we will get the data from database.
No, there are, wait. Okay, basically, one is you enter the data, the minimal validations will be done in the program, like a blank or not, starting with the number or not, those preliminary checks. But your actual data will be there in the database. So once you do validation, is it a spaces or the length, actual number of characters in the user ID 8 or not. After doing all these validations, if all validations are satisfied, then the entered data is against it is there in the database or not. That we can do it.
Okay, means like in the protected field, there is some validation, and like if the
No, no,
if
no, no, no. See, no. Protected. There is no need to do validation because user is not entering. We need
Mhm.
to do the validation where end user is entering.
Okay.
Okay, right. So now you understood what is auto skip, which field can be declared as auto skip. Okay, unprotect, which field can be declared as an unprotect. See, very easy way I'll tell you. If user wants to enter, then there is no option for you unprotect. User don't want to enter, but from program we need to send to the screen. Then protect. Okay, user don't enter and system will not send anything from program to server to screen, then auto skip. Okay, in a single line is all about each field. I hope you are clear till now. Now, so I'll do login. Guys who are new to the server, okay, so you can follow the steps. So log on Venkat A. So you might be using Venkat B or Venkat C or Venkat D. Okay, there are 4 IDs are there. So you are in which group, accordingly you will get user ID password. Okay. So I am doing log on Venkat A. So don't use Venkat A user ID between 9 to 10 because I am going to use it during this period. And I will enter the password. Yeah, so I entered. Today just we will design the code. We don't discuss execution and seeing the skeleton code when on screen. We'll see that tomorrow because we may not get that much time today. So I'm going to create a 3 data sets. Okay, I'm going to create a 3 data sets. The ID Venkat A dot B15. This is the batch 15. Okay, then CICS dot maplibs. The source. Okay, map or screens source code I'm going to place here. Venkat A dot B15 dot CICS dot JCL. I'll place all compile JCLs in this particular PDS, and I am going to create this one kix.srclib to write online application programs. Okay, so let's say there are some people who joined only for CSS. You should use your name after this. Your name Okay, I know it allows 8 character. You can give a your nickname, shortcut name, the people how they call with shortcut name, right? Give your name. That is the one you have to do it for all the data sets. Okay, all it's a PDS 80 record length and okay 80 record length and pixel block. I'm going to do it. So 3 2. Yeah, so I created one data set normal PDS GCL libs source lib. Yeah, I created data sets team. I'll go here. CICS. Any queries so far? Are you clear?
Whatever we enter now in mainframe, right, Venkat? Log on. And this is also a behind map only, right?
No, normal, madam. Sir, na normal. Okay. You are there since last 2 months, right? It's normal login only.
No. My question is no. Sorry, I think I didn't communicate correctly. The log on screen, whatever we are having, right? The behind it will be a CSCS
Yeah.
program, right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
That no. That we will see later.
Okay.
So how to connect to the CICS region execution? That I guess you might be asking that on the
No,
logon screen there.
Venkat, no. The last screen I'm saying the display. Example I'm saying like suppose we are giving the user ID and password.
Okay.
The initial screen. I'm talking about the initial screen of the mainframe.
Okay.
Yeah, that is also a behind a CACS
No,
program
no,
only,
no, no.
right?
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. No, that is not the case. Okay, that is not the CICS. That is ISPF panels. Okay, interactive system productivity ISPF panel. So that will be part of REXX. Okay, so that those are all ISPF panels which you are seeing. All of them are right. Those are all ISPF panels, not CICS.
No, okay.
Yeah. Okay, right. Now I am going to here. I am going here. There are no members. I'll create a one member. So I'll give B15 and MS1. So member name and map set name should be same. The rule one you should remember. Member name and map set name should be same. So here I'm giving member name as B15 MS1. You can give something else. I'm okay with that. Anyhow, you can give max to max 8 characters. The member is allowed 8 characters. So I'll write reset. So type hi assembler calls caption. So ensure that everything you should be writing in capital letter. First, as I told you in the notes also, first you have to define the map set name. So, and I told you the rule also, the map name should be map set name and member name should be same. So the code starts from first column. If you cannot start from the column where you want, it should start map set name from the first column. Then on 8, 9, 10. From 10th, I can start the map set macro. So which one which macro we used to define the map set? DFH MSD. Okay, DFH MSD. Then language is COBOL. So my question to you, I'm going to create a map. So that particular map I'm going to use in COBOL or PL1 or Fortran. Okay, in which programming language I am going to use that map? That is a question. So we are going to use in COBOL. Our business layer is a COBOL. That's why I kept a COBOL. So here it is going to support, this map is going to support multiple languages, COBOL, Fortran, Java, like that. There are multiple languages which are supported by this map CICS. That is all about language. Operand. So each operand should be separated by comma. Each language is, when each operand is separated by comma, I will give a comma. So mode equal in out. Okay. Type is equal to ampersand sys pom. I will explain each one of them. Don't worry. Okay. So then, if you are not able to accommodate, very important, if you are not able to accommodate all the operands here, give a comma. On 72th you can give any special character. I will give a star. I will give a star. Then I will write other parameters. Language is there, mode, in, out, CTRL, free keyboard. So the continuation parameter should be on 16th column. Okay, it should be on 16th column. Are you getting my point? So this is on 17th, but whereas continuation 16th. Okay, so now
So
I have
Venkat,
written.
so at the 72, like we have added the special character, right? So it will automatically consider that as a, like a continuation to the next line.
Yes. You can use any character, star, dollar, like that. So you can give star or any special normal English character. It is perfectly fine. It understands because it's any comma is there now.
Okay.
Right. So let's talk about what is the mode parameter. So let's, okay. So mode parameter is to define the type of communication between a CICS and file, particularly when dealing with the file operation CICS mode. Well, depending on no. Acha, it took something else. So BMS macros mode operand. You have to type in detailed way. In is there, out is there, in out is there. So total three options are allowed: in and in out, in out, only out, only in, only out, in out. So let's generate. Meanwhile, I'll copy partially so that we don't need to waste our time. So mode operand is used to indicate whether the map is indented for input, output, or both. So are you going to take only input, and if you want to send anything back to the screen, then declare as a in alone. Okay, so output, whereas I don't want to allow end user to enter, then I can go with the output. But I want to do both, then I can go with the both input and output. So I will give you one example for output. You know, if you go to the railway station, you can see the platform number and all. Do you think end user keep updating the details? No, right? So is not going to update. Okay, based on the what time is going to enter, based on that the screens are going to reflect, right? So okay, you do some changes somewhere else, on the screen it will reflect automatically updates. So that is something called output. So when it comes to the both, like you can able to see, right? Login. User is entering and all the things you are doing. Are you clear, team? So that is all about in and
This
out.
is on for map or map set? Full map set, right?
Yeah, we are talking about the map set. Yeah,
Okay, I think this
because
gave
we are,
about map.
yeah, no, sorry, no, it's okay, fine. You can ignore it. That's not
Okay,
a problem.
it's map set. Okay.
Map set, okay, map set. So it determines the nature of the interaction between the application program, the screen. Okay, so now in out this mode specify that the map can handle both an in output use case. This use it for the screen where application is to display the information, allow users uh, to input or modify the data. Makes sense now? You're clear now. When it comes to the in, okay, I guess I copied 2 times. It looks like. Okay, let's go here. Where is in is right? Yeah, out here. Yeah. So use case, I'll get into that use case. This is the user for screen that only need to present information to the user when no user interaction is required. Data entry is expected. So then we can go with the out. So most of the screens will be in and out. Okay, most of the screens in and out. Okay, then there is type. I hope you're clear regarding mode.
Yeah, most of the map set will be in and out, right, Venkat?
In and out both. Yeah, like what I have written now, the same.
Okay.
So what happens, team? I will tell you the other way. I'll give you another example. Just now, one example came into my mind that. So when you're seeing the statement, you want to make it readable. So the statement related screen, can I keep out only? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, yeah,
we can
yeah.
make the statement. Somebody wants to see last 10 transactions. Then I can make that screen where you get 10 transaction window. That screen alone I can make as a out only, right? So where user is no need to enter because user is already selected some options. Based on that, the new window should come. That new map should come. We can you can that those scenarios we can use out. So next parameter or operand type. So type basically this is you want to generate a physical load module. Okay, so the possible values are type is equal to map, type is equal to dsect. So if you want to generate a symbolic copybook, okay, symbolic copybook is like a symbolic map that is basically is a copybook. So and this will be used in application program. Okay, so both are required when there is an end user interaction is required or when you want to send from the screen an application program to server to screen. So if you want only generate the symbolic copybook, okay, only the variables and all, then you can go with the dsect. Now if you want to generate load module that is called physical map. Okay, so physical map will be used in the CICS region. So okay we use physical map in the CICS region. So the program, the screen code what you write that will be executed and that will be needed in the CICS region. That is all about map. So type is equal to syspam. It both are required. Okay, so means I need symbolic map, physical map, then I can go with the type is equal to sysmap. So I'll say BMS CSS type operand. So anyhow, I gave the symbolic, okay, so it's not giving. Okay, team, we'll proceed further. Yeah. So anyhow, I gave the soft copy materials to you. You can get more description about each one. Now, so there is something called CTRL. Okay, we have something called CTRL. What is the other operand? CTRL. Now, what is the use of this particular CTRL team? What happens in few scenarios? By default, your keyboard will be locked. Okay, when you throw the screen, by default, your screen will be locked. By default, the screen will be locked. What does mean? You got the screen, but you are not able to enter. Okay, you got the screen, you are not able to enter. That is the meaning of locking. Okay, so it happens in most of the scenarios. Once you throw the screen, your screen will be locked. Maybe they would have configured the system such a way, which we don't want. Okay, which if you don't want to do that way, so we can use CTRL free keyboard. Means once you throw the screen, your keyboard will be unlocked. You can able to press something. Maybe it is a valid press or invalid press, that is secondary. At least it allows you, you know, to press something and that reflection will be there on the screen. I hope we are clear. So that is all about CTRL free keyboard. So let's say if you forgot to add this one, you can do through program that is called dynamic attribute change. That you can do it, or while you're sending the map, that also you can do it. Are you clear? So there are few more operands are there. We will discuss them. Okay, eventually we'll discuss about them. So map ATTS, DS ATTS. There is something called terminal input output area prefix. There is something called storage equal auto. I'll talk about them eventually later. Okay, though I have written now storage, but I'll explain in detail tomorrow or day after tomorrow about that. Next, assume that I'm done with the map set. It's not assume, we are done basically. Okay, so whatever the things are required, okay, we are done. Next, we have to define the map name B15 MP1. Okay, so you can give map name as your wish. Okay, you can give anything as your wish. So to remember and easy reference purpose, instead of yes, I give P. Okay, then so which macro we use to define the map? Which macro we use to define the map?
DFH
MDI, yes, DFS MDI.
Yes, so DFH MDI. So first operand size. Okay, I'm going to use total 20 rows and 80 columns. What does mean? 20 comma 80 means I'm going to use 20 rows 80 columns. Very good, excellent, superb. But from which row? 20 rows is going to occupy from first row 20 rows, or from second row 20 rows, or last 20 rows. So that will depends on the comma line equal 1. Line equal means from the first line it is going to occupy 20 lines. From the first line it is going to occupy 20 lines. Okay, I hope you are clear.
Yes, sir.
Next, so we define, now we are done with the map. So from here, every code is a common. Let's, once you do the first one, we are here, right? Yeah, so basically this is auto skip field, right? What are this? This is the auto skip field. So now I need to define. So do I need to give the name for that? No. Okay, it is not required. So I'll give TFH MDF position. So from where you want to start that particular field. So first row, first column. Okay, I want to start 2 means second row and from 10th column. Position, the field from where you want to start, second row, 10th column, second row, 10th column. Then I will give initial, what you want to print it. I want to print on the screen login page. That is a text literal I want to print. Very good. The next, what is the length? So that is mandatory. Then attribute equal auto skip, because user, so control should not wait, should not blink at that on this field. That's why I kept auto attribute auto skip. So user cannot able to enter, application program cannot able to send, and cursor is not going to place on this particular field. Now we need to fill the length. By the way, I gave 0 easily, just for dummy number. But what is the number? How many number of how many characters are there in the initial? Count it,
10.
including
10.
space also.
Yes.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. If that is the case, the length should be 10, or you can give a 15. No problem. But if the number of characters is a 10, if you give a length 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on, you will get the compilation error. Okay, while you are compiling, you will get the error. So the length should be greater than actual literal size or equal to literal size. If it is less than literal size, the length, then it throws the error. Okay, so this is how you define DFH when the unprotected field, auto skip field. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we define user ID. Okay, again, it is user is not going to enter anything. System is not going to send anything to the screen. Again, we can declare as auto skip field. So DFH MDF position. I want to start from third row, second column, third row, second column, initial. I can swap them, by the way. Okay, so length I can give later. Later means after defining the, after length I can define the initial. So this fields can be, we can swap. User ID, user 4 colon attribute equal auto skip. Now what is the length now, including colon, including space? What is the length? 4
8.
plus 4, 8. I can give a 0, 8. So this is all about auto skip field and user ID. Now I want to allow end user to enter only 8 characters, not more than that, and user should enter the data. So whenever user enters the data, that data needs to be carried to the application program. We need to carry that particular data to the program. To carry that from screen to program, we need to carry that. For that, we need a field. The variable or field is the one who is going to carry the data from screen to program. It is going to going to pass from screen to program, vice versa. So I'll give user ID. User ID is user defined. Any 8 characters you can give, and DFH MTF. So I can give a blank lines for better readability, proper alignment purpose. Position. So I want to do a continuation, by the way. So because I don't want to, user ID's label is somewhere, you are entering data somewhere else, it doesn't look good. So 2 plus 10, 2 plus 8, submit. 2 is the starting of the user ID field. Then 8 is the length, 2 plus 8, 10. So from 11th column, I'm going to start initial, where user is going to enter from third row 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The length would be 8 and attribute equal. Okay, so I will give unprotect. Let me continue that on the next line. Attribute, because when it write attribute equal unprotect, then IC means initial cursor. I asked you one question right starting. When you open the Facebook, where is the cursor will be placed? In the username. When you open the registration form, it will open the first field. So similarly, I want to place the cursor when I throw the screen login page, it should place by default cursor control in the user ID. That's why I kept IC, that is the initial cursor. So if you forget to mention in the map, we can place the cursor on any field from the program also. That is called dynamically, you can place the cursor, dynamic cursor position. Okay, I hope you're clear. Yeah, so we'll stop for today here, team. Okay, because we cannot complete in a 5 minutes rest of them. So we will continue the rest of the things tomorrow, and you are going to see the output of the screen tomorrow. I hope you're clear. I do a proper log off. Otherwise, if you close simply like that, others will not be able to log in. So
Venkat, so